showers, even using a little saline and washing out the inside of the nose. Very,
Okay.
very helpful.
Okay.
Taking
Okay.
a shower, changing your clothing,
Okay.
washing your pets more often, things like that. Those are things that help. Ensuring that air filters are in good shape, both at
Yeah.
home, filters in the car.
Yeah.
Those environmental controls help. For some people, it may not be pollen that's what's driving their symptoms. So indoor allergens like pets and dust mites and things like that, they all have their own, their own modalities of how to control environment as well, using air cleaners within the household, washing your linens every week with hot water, encasement covers for the pillow and mattress, keeping the humidity in check. All of those things are simple things that are easy to do, but people can do and implement at home and actually, do a lot of good to reduce some of their symptom triggers. Even for folks with non-allergic rhinitis, we do environmental controls for that too, because things like candles and plug-ins and room spray and cleaning products, all of these particulates that we aerosolize, all are major triggers for symptoms of rhinitis. So yeah, so I would say in good preparation, kind of recognizing I feel bad around this time of year because, and then like what are the things I can simply do. Those are things that even, my own kids in our house, these are the things that we start with. Everybody take your shoes off, go wash your hands and face, and then of course, trying not to touch your nose and touch your eyes and all of that stuff, which certainly doesn't help.
But yeah, and that's so helpful actually. Also understanding, I hadn't even thought about just using the saline irrigation
Yeah.
to actually physically kind of like remove kind of the pollen and the irritants. So whatever irritants they are, that's so helpful. And yeah, totally makes sense. But sometimes you actually have to hear it. To okay,
Sure.
yeah, that makes sense to do. So definitely, so I think that's empowering, right? There are some things that we can do. Otherwise, people just say, I'm allergic to pollen, oh, what to do, right?
Right.
It's everywhere. But when you're coming indoors, when you're in your vehicle, those are things that you have control over. So kind of taking care of things that you have control over. And you have to
Right.
sleep. So you spend a long time indoors, right? So hopefully
Absolutely.
that's more than 8 hours, right?
Right.
That
Exactly.
you're indoors. So
Exactly.
totally makes
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then, yeah, go for it.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, beyond that, most of the medications that people might use for allergy are things that you can go to your neighborhood drugstore and pick up. A lot of the things that we start with are available over the counter. So, being knowledgeable about what the different medications are, what they do, what to choose, how to start, all of that is very, very important because otherwise, I mean, you can go down 2 aisles filled with stuff that says like sinus and allergy or something like that and have no idea what you're choosing and why. And again, in the realm of let's use the least amount of medication that we require, it's really helpful to be knowledgeable about like what are those choices, what do they look like? And I kind of think about some of those options as sort of like I call it the